Good morning, folks. Bob Britt, Bobcat Outdoors. How you doing? Hey guys, it's the morning after. I got in from fishing about 2 a.m. this morning. Only managed to catch one 20-pound catfish. That was a lot of fun, but the real reward for last night's endeavors was skipjack. I got into a school of skipjack up at the dam, totally unexpected. It's always good when you can get fresh bait. So what I'm gonna do this morning is I'm gonna process all this skipjack, and I'm gonna take y'all with me. We'll take a look at what we got here. We probably got about 15, 20 large skipjack here that I'm gonna put up. I'm gonna vacuum bag, I'm gonna seal them, and put them in the freezer for future use. Y'all stick around and let's see if I can't show you something maybe about how I process skipjack. Alright guys, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off the tail fins of these skipjack. And then I've got me a roll of paper towels here that I'm going to use to dry them off. They're pretty slimy, so probably going to take about a handful of paper towels for each fish. Now I've got our bucket of skipjack here. Trimmed and dried. I'm going to set up the vacuum sealer and get started on vacuum sealing. This is a Nesco sealer. I don't think it's any kind of particular great brand or anything. It's just what I bought off of Amazon a couple of years ago, and it's been a pretty good one. That flashing light there means that you're done with your seal. So now we can pull our bag out. We've got our double seal. I'll pull our bag out to the length I want it. I usually run the bag out about 18 inches or so. That gives me, a couple inches spare on a 15, 16 inch skipjack. So always leave yourself 3 to 4 inches at the end of the bag to vacuum and seal it. You don't want to make a mistake of having it too short. I'm using this game box here to raise the bag up so there's no makes it easier to get to the sealer. And now we just come over here and get our skipjack out of the bucket. And, when I'm putting them in the bucket, I try to avoid getting too much slime or moisture into the on the edge of the bag, because it prevents the bag from sealing properly if you get too much slime, moisture, whatever in the bag. So again, we just line up the edge of the bag and I position my skipjack where I want them. Close the sealer up, hit the vac seal button, and you'll watch it start to suck all the air out of there. Also, I've got this sealer. There's two settings on the pressure. It's got a normal setting and a gentle setting. I keep it when I'm vacuum sealing my skipjack. I run it on the gentle setting because I know you've seen when that sucked down, it pulls some blood, some juice, some water out of the fish. Well, you don't, if you have it on the normal setting, it pulls too much of it out, and you really don't want to over seal your fish, or you're sucking that blood and oil and all the good stuff out of it. So if your vacuum sealer has a gentle setting, you want to put it on that gentle setting to avoid sucking too much moisture out of your fish. So we vacuum sealed 21 fish tonight, or this morning. Caught about 25 yesterday all total, maybe even 30. Used some last night while they were still fresh. So I'm going to take these up here and I'm going to put a label on them. I always put the date on them that I put them away, so I kind of use the oldest bait first and keep them cycling that way. So let's go do that. Alright guys, now what I'm going to do is I'm simply going to take me a Sharpie marker and write the date that I put these dry them off first. Just as a FYI, if you start doing that, it's easier to write on the texture side of the bag for whatever reason. So we put our date on there. Put it in our bait freezer. Now I'm going to move all this. Old bait over here so you know that. But yeah, guys, that's all of our new bait right there. And I'm going to take our old bait from back in April and lay that on top of that, so that we're always using the oldest bait first. And that's all there is to it, guys. Like I said, I felt like I was extremely blessed to run into that bait last night. So if you're a trophy cat fisherman and you like to use skipjack as bait, when you find them, catch them. And learning how to preserve the bait for future use can make the difference between you having good bait and not having good bait. Because like I said, most of those skipjack I caught back in April and the first part of May, and I haven't really seen or caught any since then. So here it is, August now. So as we move into the fall, they'll get easier to get. By midwinter, they'll be impossible to find again. So you know, if you're out there and you're getting started in trophy catfishing, you know, bait management and learning how to find and preserve bait is very important. You know, in the summertime, a lot of times bluegill makes an excellent bait. There's times that they'll hit cut fresh bluegill and won't touch a skipjack, and there's sometimes that they'll eat skipjack and won't touch bluegill. But you know, you gotta figure out what the fish wants. So guys, thank y'all for watching, and I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please click subscribe and click the bell to get notifications when I upload a new video. I thank y'all for watching, and I hope this video will help someone out. I know when I was first getting into this, man, I was scouring the internet looking for, you know, videos on how to catch skipjack, how to freeze skipjack. Because if you're having to buy skipjack all the time, you know, unless you just got deep pockets, it gets expensive pretty quick. But again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate y'all, and God bless.